For years, you have been the one holding the flame in the dark. You have been the healer, the pillar, the woman who loved men into their potential, only to be left exhausted and empty-handed. You've felt the heavy burden of carrying partners who couldn't see your light, let alone match your frequency. Your heart has grown weary, wondering if the sacred masculine was just a myth, or if you were destined to walk this Gaia journey alone. But listen closely to the resonance of my voice. The ethers have shifted. The Arcturian heart healers are signaling a massive recalibration in the masculine grid. As you read these words, a powerful man, a soul of deep strength and high vibration, is undergoing a profound spiritual awakening specifically designed to lead him to you. He isn't just coming to meet you, he is being prepared to kneel before the divinity he sees in your eyes. He is tired of the shallow, just as you are. He is being stripped of his ego, his old programming, and his fear of intimacy. The universe is removing the scales from his eyes so he can finally recognize the starseed queen who has been waiting. In this transmission, I will reveal the 7 signs that this union is imminent, and how you must shift from the woman who waits to the queen who magnetizes. Your season of being too much for the wrong men is over. Your season of being everything to the right one begins right now. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not by accident. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions of love like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Alaya, emissary of the Arcturian Galactic Federation. What you are about to hear is a direct transmission of love from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. Dear Sister of the Stars, the first thing the Arcturian Council wants you to understand is why you have felt so drained for so long. You have been operating under what we call the carrier contract. This is an ancient soul agreement that many starseeds took on when they incarnated on Gaia. You agreed to be a lighthouse, but in your human experience, this translated into you becoming an emotional crutch for wounded masculine souls. You found men who were projects, men who needed fixing, men who were brilliant, but broken. You poured your celestial light into their darkness, hoping that if you loved them enough, they would finally wake up and stand beside you as equals. But the Council says, the contract is fulfilled. You have already paid the debt of the old paradigm. The reason you feel a sudden, sharp intolerance for low-vibration behavior is not because you are becoming bitter or jaded. It is because your frequency has outgrown the role of the healer mother. You are being called back to your throne. A queen does not carry her king. She inspires him to stand in his own power. For too long you have confused sacred love with sacred sacrifice. You thought that if you suffered enough, the universe would reward you with a partner who finally stays. But the Arcturians see that this pattern has only kept you anchored in a lower density. By trying to save those who are not ready to save themselves, you inadvertently signaled to the universe that you were unavailable for a high-frequency match. You were full of someone else's shadows, leaving no room for a partner's light. The shift that is happening right now in the energetic field of Earth is the dissolution of these codependent ties. You are being pushed to let go of the unfinished men. This is the first step toward the man who will kneel. You see, the powerful man the universe is preparing for you does not need you to fix him. He has already done the work. He has walked through his own fire. He is not looking for a nurse or a mother. He is looking for his cosmic equal. When we say he will kneel, we do not mean in a way of weakness. We mean a soul-deep surrender to the sacred feminine. He will kneel before your wisdom, your grace, and your unwavering light. But he cannot find you if you are still busy carrying a man who refused to walk. This is the moment of your great detachment. It feels lonely right now because you are in the void, the space between the old cycle and the new. Do not rush to fill it with another project. Stay in the silence. The Arcturian frequency is recalibrating your heart walls, turning them from walls of protection into filters of magnetism. You are being taught to value your energy as the most precious currency in the galaxy. When you stop doing for the masculine and start being in your divine essence, the grid lights up. This is how he finds you. He is a hunter of light, and your light is finally becoming pure, untainted by the exhaustion of trying to save the world. You are finally learning that you are allowed to be cherished, without having to earn it through labor. You are worthy of love simply because you exist as a fragment of the divine. Starseed, this message found you for a reason. Comment, I am ready to be cherished to claim this shift. The Arcturians don't activate everyone. They activate those who are ready to stop the cycle of exhaustion. If these words found you right now, this isn't chance. This is frequency alignment. Thousands of women have already begun their reset, releasing the burden of carrying others and finally stepping into their own power. The Union Code, 5-day Arcturian frequency. Reset is not just an ebook. It is the bridge between your past exhaustion and your future union. It is a guided energetic recalibration designed to dissolve those old carrier contracts and prepare your field for the man who is coming to honor you. The portal is opening. Will you walk through? First pinned comment. Your new timeline is waiting. While you have been doing your inner work, weeping in the quiet of your room and cleansing your crystals, something miraculous has been happening on the other side of the veil. The masculine collective is undergoing a shattering. The Arcturian Council observes that many powerful men of influence, men of strength, men who previously lived only in their logical minds, are being struck by a divine lightning bolt. This man, your counterpart, is no longer satisfied with the superficial connections of the 3D world. He has reached the pinnacle of what society told him would make him happy. Perhaps success, status, or material gain. And yet, he feels a hollow ache in his chest that nothing can fill. This ache is the homing beacon of your soul. He is beginning to realize that he has been wandering a desert, and you are the oasis he didn't believe existed. The Arcturians call this the masculine reset. In the past, the masculine frequency on Earth was hijacked by ego and the need for dominance. But the new frequency entering the planet is forcing these men to look inward. Your counterpart is currently being purged of his old ways. The universe is making it impossible for him to stay in relationships that don't have soul depth. He is being made to feel the weight of his own loneliness, not as a punishment, but as a preparation. He is dreaming of you. He may not see your human face yet, but he feels your signature. He wakes up in the middle of the night with a profound sense of missing someone he hasn't met in this lifetime. This is the Arcturian frequency weaving your timelines together. He is being taught by the higher realms how to protect a starseed's heart. He is being shown that his strength is not for conquest, but for the creation of a sacred sanctuary where your light can flourish. This man is powerful, not just in a worldly sense, but in his spiritual capacity to hold space for you. He is the one who will not be intimidated by your power. He won't try to dim your light to make himself feel bigger. Instead, he will look at your radiance and realize that his highest purpose is to be the soil where you can bloom. When he finds you, there will be no games. There will be no, I'm not ready for a commitment. The Arcturian Council is stripping those excuses away from him. The moment he enters your field, his soul will recognize the ancient covenant you signed in the stars. That is why he will kneel. Not because he is weak, but because he recognizes that you are a representative of the Divine Mother. He will honor the womb wisdom you carry. He will be the masculine anchor to your feminine flow. But you must understand, he is being refined in his own fire right now. If the universe brought him to you a year ago, he would have broken your heart because he hadn't yet faced his own shadows. The delay you have suffered was not a denial. It was a protection. The universe was waiting for him to become the man who is worthy of a starseed queen. He is learning that his sacred masculine mission is to protect the light, not to exploit it. He is being prepared to be your twin flame anchor, the one who stays when the storms of the 3D world rage. He is the answer to the prayers you stopped praying because you thought they weren't being heard. Listen to me. He is closer than you think. The energetic distance between you is collapsing. Every time you choose yourself, every time you refuse to settle for a lower vibration man, you send a flare into the cosmos that guides him directly to your door. You are the North Star of his life, and he is finally looking up. Now, we must speak about your transition. There is a specific frequency that most starseed women are trapped in. The frequency of waiting. You are waiting for the text, waiting for the apology, waiting for the universe to finally give you what you deserve. But the Arcturian Council warns that waiting is a vibration of lack. When you wait, you are telling the universe, I don't have it, and the universe, being a mirror, responds by giving you more. Waiting. The powerful man who is coming to kneel cannot find a woman who is waiting. He is looking for a queen who is already seated on her throne. This is the shift from chasing to magnetizing. Chasing is a masculine energy. When you try to make a relationship work, when you over-explain your feelings to a man who isn't listening, when you monitor his social media, you are chasing. You are stepping out of your divine feminine power and into a frantic, desperate energy that actually repels high-frequency souls. The queen who magnetizes knows that everything meant for her is already hers. She doesn't look for love. She becomes the embodiment of love. She tends to her own garden, her own joy, and her own connection to the Arcturian light. She is so deeply rooted in her sacred feminine that she becomes an irresistible gravitational force. A powerful man is naturally drawn to a woman who is complete within herself. This requires a deep healing of the womb space. Many of you carry the trauma of past betrayals in your physical and energetic body. You have been hollowed out by men who took your light and left you with their density. The Arcturians are sending a healing frequency right now to clear those old imprints. They are asking you to reclaim your sovereignty. You are not a half soul looking for another half. You are a sovereign galactic being. When you step into this queen frequency, your standards change. You no longer find bad boys or emotionally unavailable men attractive. In fact, they become boring to you. You start to crave substance, depth, and unwavering consistency. And this is exactly the frequency your counterpart is vibrating at. You are like two radio stations finally tuning into the same channel. The transition is often the hardest part. It requires you to be comfortable in your own presence. It requires you to say no to the mediocre so you can stay open for the magnificent. The Arcturian Council wants you to practice the art of being adored. Most starseed women are great at giving, but terrible at receiving. You feel guilty when someone does something for you. You feel the need to pay them back immediately. But a queen allows herself to be served. She allows the masculine to exert effort for her. This is how the masculine builds his love for you, through the investment of his energy. If you do everything for him, you rob him of the opportunity to fall in love with you. By doing less, you allow him to do more. This is the secret of the sacred union. You provide the light, and he provides the structure to protect that light. When you stop doing and start radiating, you become a beacon that no powerful man can ignore. How will you know when he arrives? The Arcturian Council says the recognition will not be a lightning bolt of anxiety that we often mistake for chemistry. In the old 3D paradigm, we were taught that if your heart is racing and you feel insecure, it must be the one. But that is usually just your trauma recognizing his trauma. The recognition of your Arcturian-aligned partner will feel like peace. It will feel like a deep, exhaling breath you've been holding for lifetimes. When this powerful man approaches you, he won't come with mixed signals. He won't leave you wondering where you stand. A man who has stepped into his sacred masculine power knows what he wants, and he is not afraid to claim it. He will see your weirdness, your starseed nature, and your high sensitivity, not as flaws, but as the most beautiful parts of you. He will be the first person who doesn't tell you that you are too emotional. Instead, he will thank you for feeling so deeply, because your feelings help him connect to his own soul. This is the alchemical marriage, where his fire and your water create the steam that powers a new life together. You will notice a physical sensation when you are in his presence, a warmth in your solar plexus, and an opening in your heart chakra. The Arcturians call this the resonance test. Your bodies will recognize each other's light signatures. You might feel like you've known him for 1,000 years, and the truth is, you have. You have traveled through different star systems together, and this life on Gaia is simply the final stage of your journey toward union. But be warned, the ego will try to sabotage this. Your old programming will tell you he is too nice or too stable, or that there is no spark. This is because your nervous system is addicted to the chaos of toxic love. You have to retrain your heart to recognize safety as sexy. You have to teach yourself that being honored and respected is more fulfilling than the highs and lows of a manipulative relationship. This powerful man will kneeling before you by choosing you every single day. He will kneel by listening to your dreams and helping you build them. He will kneel by holding you when the weight of being a starseed on this dense planet feels like too much. This is the sacred partnership that resets the grid of the earth. When two high-frequency souls unite, they create a third energy, a Vesica Piscis of light, that heals everyone around them. This is why the dark forces have tried so hard to keep you apart. But their time is up. The Arcturian Council has decreed that the era of starseed isolation is over. The era of the sacred power couple has begun. Starseed. This message found you for a reason. Comment, "I claim my sacred union," if you feel the truth of these words in your DNA. The Arcturians don't activate everyone. They only open the portal for those who are ready to leave the desert of loneliness behind. If you are tired of recognizing the wrong men and want to finally align with the frequency of your divine counterpart, this isn't chance. This is your wake-up call. The Union Code. 5-day Arcturian frequency reset is the key. It's not just a book, it's an energetic surgery. It's designed to dissolve the trauma bond frequency and replace it with the sacred magnetism of the Arcturian Council. 5 powerful bonuses are included to lock in your new vibration so you don't slip back into old patterns. The portal is in the first pinned comment. Your king is already on his way. Make sure your house is ready. Before you can fully embrace the man who will kneel, you must undergo the final dissolution of the ghost of the unawakened masculine. The Arcturian Council observes that many starseed women, even when they say they are ready for love, still carry a frequency leak. This leak is a small, hidden part of your heart that is still waiting for the wrong man to finally get it. You know who he is. The one who treated you like an option. The one who manipulated your kindness. The one who made you feel like you were too much and not enough at the same time. The council wants you to understand that this person was not a mistake, but a frequency teacher. He was sent to show you exactly where you were still willing to abandon yourself for the sake of being loved. But here is the prophetic truth. As long as you keep a back door open for a lower vibration soul, the powerful masculine counterpart cannot enter the front door. The universe operates on a law of displacement. For the high-frequency king to take his place, the seat must be empty. You cannot be energetically busy trying to figure out why a wounded man did what he did. The Arcturians are asking you to perform a soul retrieval right now. Take back every piece of your heart you left in those toxic relationships. Stop trying to understand them. Their path is theirs. Your path is galactic. When you stop analyzing their behavior, you stop feeding them your light. This is when the manipulation cords finally snap. A powerful man of Arcturian frequency requires a woman whose field is clean. He is sensitive to the energy of other men in your space, not in a way of jealousy, but in a way of resonance. He is looking for a sanctuary that is dedicated to the high frequency. If your energy is still cluttered with the what-ifs of a past toxic romance, he will feel a discordance that prevents the union from locking in. Dissolving this shadow means realizing that you don't need a closure talk with a low-vibration man. Your closure is your ascension. Your closure is the fact that you no longer vibrate on the same plane as his games. When you reach this state, you become invisible to the manipulators. You become a cloaked frequency that only a soul with the same level of light can see. This is the ultimate protection. This is how you ensure that the next man who enters your life is not another lesson, but the blessing you were promised before you ever stepped foot on this planet. To magnetize the man who will kneel, we must speak of the most sacred portal you carry, your womb. In the Arcturian healing chambers, the womb is seen as the great void from which all creation is born. It is not just a physical organ, it is a galactic gravitational center. However, for many starseeds, this center has been colonized by the heavy energies of Gaia's distorted history. You have carried the weight of ancestral heartbreak. You have carried the womb grief of your mothers and grandmothers who were never truly honored by the masculine. This grief creates a static in your magnetism. It makes you project a frequency of defense rather than radiance. The powerful man you are destined to meet is looking for the radiance. He is looking for a woman who has reclaimed her womb wisdom. The Arcturian Council is initiating a purge of these old imprints. They want you to visualize your womb as a golden sun. Every time you were ignored, every time you were used, every time you gave your body to someone who didn't cherish your soul, those moments left a shadow imprint. But light dissolves shadow. By breathing the Arcturian blue ray into your center, you are clearing the space for a sacred union. When your womb is clear, your magnetism becomes undeniable. You don't have to try to find him. You become the center of a cosmic whirlpool. You will notice that men in the street look at you differently, with a sense of reverence rather than lust. This is because they are subconsciously reacting to the Divine Mother frequency you are emanating. The man who is meant for you will feel this pull from across the globe. It will be like a physical cord pulling at his heart, leading him to your location, your social media, or your physical space. This is high-level magnetism. It doesn't require dating apps or strategies. It requires presence. It requires you to be so in love with your own existence that the universe has no choice but to bring you a partner who reflects that love back to you. Remember, Starseed, your womb is the altar. You must be the high priestess who guards it. Do not let anyone into your space who doesn't come with the frequency of honor. The man who is about to kneel understands this. He doesn't want to just have you. He wants to worship the miracle of you. He wants to be the guardian of your temple. When you value yourself at this level, the universe sends you the only man capable of meeting that standard. We have reached the final stage of this transmission. The Arcturian Council has issued a divine decree for your life. The timeline of the suffering starseed is being officially closed. You are being moved to the timeline of the Golden Union. This is a reality where love is not a struggle, but a foundation. In this new timeline, the man who kneels before your light is already present in the energetic architecture. For him to manifest in the physical, you must stop practicing for the old timeline. Stop talking about your heartbreaks. Stop identifying as a woman who has bad luck in love. Those are old Earth stories. The new Earth story is that you are a sovereign queen who is being united with her divine counterpart to fulfill a mission of light. Your union is not just for your pleasure. It is for the anchoring of the sacred marriage frequency on Gaia. You are a pioneer. By experiencing this deep, respectful, and powerful love, you are making it easier for every other starseed to find theirs. The powerful man is coming. He is bringing with him the gifts of stability, protection, and adoration. He is bringing the union code that your soul has been longing for. But you must be ready to receive. Receiving is an act of courage. It takes courage to let go of the armor you've worn for decades. It takes courage to trust that this time, it's real. The Arcturians are standing around you right now, holding a perimeter of light. They are cheering for you. They see the finish line of your loneliness. They see the moment your eyes meet his and the great remembrance happens. Everything you went through, every tear, every betrayal, was just the training for this moment. You are now a master of love, and a master deserves nothing less than a king. Believe in the power of this transmission. Believe in the shift that has occurred in your field while you listened. The man is waking up. The man is kneeling. The union is here. Starseed. This message found you for a reason. Comment, "I am the queen of my new timeline," to lock this frequency into your DNA forever. The Arcturians don't activate everyone. They activate those who are brave enough to let go of the struggle. If these words moved your soul, if you felt a warmth in your chest or a tingling in your crown, this isn't chance. This is your final activation. The old patterns are dissolving. The emotional residue of the past is being washed away. But you must take the physical step to meet the universe halfway. The Union Code. 5-day Arcturian frequency reset is your portal. This is the practical guide to everything we discussed. It contains the exact energetic protocols to clear your womb, reset your magnetism, and call in the man of your destiny. With 5 powerful bonuses designed to keep your frequency high and your boundaries strong. The portal won't stay open forever. The stars have aligned for this exact window of time. Click the link in the first pinned comment. Step out of the waiting room and onto your throne. If this transmission brought peace to your heart, please like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay connected to the Arcturian Federation of Light. Your support helps this message reach the thousands of Starseed sisters who are still lost in the dark. Share your story in the comments. We are a collective, and we heal together. I am Aaliyah, and I will see you in the next transmission of love.